The humpbacks have returned to the shores of western Greenland. They've bounced back from near extinction thanks to an international effort to stop their slaughter. And here they are, feeding at the edge of Greenland's largest glacier. The Jakobshavn Glacier stretches inland for around 40 miles, but for how long? The melt here in Greenland hit record levels in the summer. Its ice cap, which holds around 8% of the world's fresh water, just lost 12.5 billion tons of ice in a single day. It raised sea levels globally. That melt on August the 2nd was the largest single-day loss in recorded history. The entire ice sheet which covers Greenland contains enough to raise sea levels across the globe 20 feet if it melted. Climate models say that won't happen for a while, but consider this. The summer's level of ice melt wasn't supposed to happen for another 50 years.
Greenland is now losing so much ice that it is shaping the world in such a way you cannot ignore it anymore.
Just a trend, William. The world naturally warms up.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
No. Greenland is losing approximately 8,500 metric tons of ice per second, day in, day out, around the clock.
Per second.
Per second. 8,500 tons of ice per second. Mind-blowing. It's hard to, that's why it's a concern.
In fact, over half the Arctic's permanent ice has melted, revealing a landscape that has been hidden for 40,000 years.
It's only when you can finally scramble onto the glaciers, and that isn't easy, and you're lost in the immensity of this. Up the glacier, an area of ice shelf 10 times the size of the UK, pouring billions of tons of water into the Atlantic Ocean every day, every year. And with every day and every year that passes, the rate of that increase is gaining momentum in forces that may, unless we act soon, be unstoppable.
Disappearing sea ice means shipping routes like the Northwest Passage are opening up. That could cut freight miles, but others say these waters should be protected as a World Heritage Site.
We're expecting more traffic from mineral industry, oil industry, tourism, and more traffic in the Northwest Passage.
But ships are safe now, and they're reasonably green. They don't throw their waste overboard. The fact that you can open something up to shipping doesn't necessarily mean the area is going to be destroyed, does it?
Right here in this pristine area, you can use heavy fuel oil. One shipwreck with heavy fuel oil in this area could be a catastrophe of enormous dimensions.
Moments later, as if on cue, we suddenly have company. Diesel-powered company. Problem is, these Arctic waters are some of the most fragile marine environments on the planet, and there's no control about the numbers of luxury cruise ships driving through it. In 17 degrees summer heat, t-shirt weather, it's hot work. Performing in sealskin jackets and polar bear trousers, traditions of the past played out for tourists. But the old way of life is disappearing, partly due to climate change. Rainfall, unusual in the high Arctic, is triggering landslides. This village is entirely built on permafrost, but its foundations are melting in the summer. Now over half the town will need to be demolished and rebuilt. 75-year-old Joseph Manumina, a village elder in Sirapalok, he's seen the glaciers melt at a rapid rate.
Elkan unak na ikhunga ilan ikwartuam madung nakto unak to huam nakan sa tema maruhtai unarun au yaktu khatum kek padaw ikhwatum tema khang chokra.
We can sail now. That's also a benefit for us, because we can travel further and faster by boat.
Yeah.
But when it's getting dark
Yeah.
in the early winter, like if we say when the sun comes down, like in October and November, that's where it's dark. Then we cannot go out by boat because we cannot see anything, and the sea ice will be too thin to go out by dog sled. That's where the problem is.
So the dog population reduces year on year. Without sea ice, you can't use sled dogs. They're shot. Tourism is developing a new economy here, whale watching. Though some Inuit are still allowed to hunt a small quota of whales, many more find there's better money from whale watching rather than harpooning. But the tourists are also coming for the Arctic surroundings, and as Greenland melts 4 times faster than previously predicted, the futures both of the humpbacks and we humans around the world are in jeopardy. Alex Thompson, Channel 4 News, Western Greenland.